Good morning. It's my turn this Sunday to write a reflection for the Faith Forum in the Reno Gazette-Journal. This is a forum that happens every Sunday in our paper, and the founder of this forum actually asks about 10 local faith leaders a question about life, a question about faith, a question about the afterlife, and each one of the writers comments, reflects the answer to this question based on their own faith tradition. So in a secular newspaper, once a week, comes this page full of comments on how else to live life. I think it's such a fabulous opportunity, and I get a turn once a month. We rotate it among my coworkers, and once a month I get to answer, and you've got 150 words that you can answer the question. And the question for Sunday is, why are we alive? That's a loaded question. Rajan asks good questions. Sometimes they're questions that make you scratch your head and think a little harder, and this one was one of them. How do I answer this? Why are we alive? After thinking about it for a little bit and reflecting on things that I'm reading at the moment, the answer seemed to come to me that I think we're alive to become more fully human, to live completely into the humanity that God has given to us, that divine has blessed us with, instead of trying to sweep it aside for something else. To live within my body, full of gratitude for where my body and soul take me each day of my life. And how is the unification between the desires of my soul, my eternal soul, right, the thing that's divine and will live forever, and my very temporal body, the one that gets achy and headaches and sometimes diseases and cranky and thwarts the good of the soul many times. Yet it's the unification of both that makes us fully human. How do I do that? For me, as a Christian, I look at the Gospels. I look at the life of Christ to see, how did Christ do it? How did Christ take his divine soul and live it out in a human body? How did he connect the two? How did he animate his body in such a way that the goodness of God showed through and became evident in his behavior and actions? The Gospels will tell us. We look at how he dealt with people that frustrated him, people who didn't want to cooperate, people who tried to get something out of him without necessarily wanting to conform to the whole picture. These are things that we can learn from the Gospels. And I think also about, do you remember when you learned how to ride a bike? Or perhaps when you taught someone how to ride a bike? This sense, you get on the bike, you start with the training wheels, right? In the beginning, maybe your dad, in our case, my sisters and I, my dad would hold the seat and push so that there'd be momentum. And we'd learn to see what it was like in order to be able to get our balance. But ultimately, he stood in front of us and he said, don't look at the sidewalk right beneath your tires. Look ahead. Look at where you're going. Look at the goal down the street and push for the goal. Push for the goal as you're pedaling and keep your eyes on me. Look at me. Keep your eyes on me. I think that is such wisdom for us today, especially if we're trying to think about what in the world does it mean to be fully human and fully alive. Keep your eyes on me. When you get frustrated, when you get anxious, when you get depressed, when you get worried, keep your eyes on me. Lift your eyes. Keep your eyes on me. I'm here for you. I am there in the future, but I am right here next to you as well, holding your seat, teaching you how to balance. Keep your eyes on me. That's how I would answer the question. What would you say? How would you answer the question? What does it mean to be alive?